And just staying tuned. I gotta figure out like a proper intro because I don't know if like slapping my leg is a good intro. So I'll work on it. I don't know. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I went to In Flames and met In Flames. Last week, I went to Infected Mushroom and met Infected Mushroom again. I met Infected Mushroom in January. I'll try and do the same thing as the last video. If you were watching the last video, I'm not a video editor, man. I'll try and splice some pictures in here for you. Infected Mushroom January. There you go. There's my picture with them. Met them in January. I was like, I'll tell you a little bit about the January one. It was the same venue, Commodore Ballroom. Same, me and my girlfriend went. January like 26th or something, earlier this year. And no one else showed up for that one. It was just me and my girlfriend. So we got to one-on-one talk to Erez and Dovdev of Infected Mushroom. And the drummer was in the same room in January, and the guitarist was down the hall. So when we came up the stairs, we shook the guitarist's hand, chatted with him a little bit, went down the hall, talked with Dovdev and Erez, and I was just like starstruck and like, and like, oh my god, it's you, I see you on the internet all the time, holy shit. And I told them, like, I know that you say in interviews you don't like compliments, but I'm gonna compliment you. And I fucking like, I gave them everything that I needed to give them compliment wise. And I got it off my chest. I asked them for some advice for music stuff because you know I got my keyboard over here. I wanna learn some shit. And they told me work hard, don't give up. You'll suck for 5 years, but keep going. So thank you. I will never forget. And before they left in January, my friend, his gamer tag's Mr. Right, but his name is Corey, in Saskatchewan. When Infected Mushroom had gone to Saskatchewan before here, Mr. Right was able to touch Dovdev's magical bald head. So before they left the room, I said, Dovdev, I've got a strange request for you. Can I touch your head? And he fucking bent down and he let me touch his head. It was very sweaty. Both times, like, they're fucking crazy on stage. It's like full energy, constant. Dovdev is literally like dripping sweat. Like he'll touch his head and like 8 drops of water will come flying at the people in the front row. Like, savor my essence. It's amazing. And he's like, he's just having constant fun. All of them. They're all just constantly having fun, it looks like. And, is that it? Is that it about the January one? I think that's it. I got the vinyl in that package, the Return to the Sauce white vinyl. I don't know if I showed that off on my channel yet. One day you'll see it again. It's buried right now. But it is signed by both Erez and Dovdev. So, awesome. This time, though, same venue, Commodore Ballroom. That time, I forget who the guy was that opened for them, but it's the same type of shit again. It was like slow and not really up to snuff, whatever. So this time we showed up like really late, like right before Infected Mushroom, because last time we went for the other guy and it was like slow and I didn't like it that much. Sorry, dude. Different strokes. So I had 2 meet and greet tickets, me and my girlfriend, and then I had 2 standard tickets because I bought the standard tickets before the VIPs were even available. So I sold the standard tickets to my friends who came along with us. They had a great time, it seems. And they got a bunch of extra goodies from my VIP bag that I had already gotten in January. So thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy your goodies. This time, it was same thing, like I was saying, the energy was fucking nuts. They played some new songs, and there were 2 other people when we went to go for the meet and greet. There was like an older, I think he was a little bit drunk. There was like an older dude from Shuswap, Richard, I believe was his name. If this somehow finds its way to you, hello, Richard. And I want to say the other guy's name was like Nathan or something. But he was like a bit of a timid dude. I thought the timid dude was going to be like the most talkative to them. He was the most talkative to Erez. I think he got more conversation with him than anyone else. But we'll get to that. So we're sitting there, we're chit-chatting. Richard was talking about shitty movies and told me about Rubber. And I told him about who the director of Rubber was. If you've seen Rubber, or if you haven't seen Rubber, it's the tire with the telekinetic powers that blows people up. Apparently there's more to Rubber. Richard was saying I should give it a chance. Maybe I'll give it a chance. But the director of Rubber is... I'm gonna fuck it up, Taylor, I'm sorry. It's like Mr. Oizio or Ozo or something. I don't know. The little puppet. I asked him the other day. I said to Richard at Infected Mushroom it was Swiss Chalet or something. It's fucking Levi's Jeans. If you remember the Levi's Jeans commercial with the little yellow puppet that bonked his head to the crazy electronic music, that guy that makes that music and has that puppet, he's the fucking director of Rubber. So, I know that because of Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. Movie facts. So we were chit-chatting. I didn't have the heart to do a record or a vinyl flex on Nathan. He was talking to me about how like he just started collecting vinyls and his friend has like 500 vinyls worth over $2,000 and go look at my Discogs. Like that's all I'm saying. Like I didn't want to pull out the flex. I was just like, oh, that's really cool. And he showed me a couple different splatter vinyls, and I'm not gonna tell you about the Wax Mages, boy. They're mine, and the select few of us that know about them, they're ours. And I'm not gonna. I'll show them in my videos, but I'm not gonna fucking broadcast. Hey, come get your Wax Mages, because I want to be able to get my Wax Mages. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get the Cadabra show, talk about Cadabra Wax Mages. Talk about Infected Mushroom now. It's not time for that. Next video. So we were sitting there, then we got told, alright, come on up. Dev was still sweating like a madman. We went up there, and I shook fucking Dev. Oh yeah, I had my contacts in January, and Infected Mushroom made a comment about how I reminded them of Jonathan Davis. That was fun. Sorry to all you people. I don't like Korn. It's different, like I was saying, different strokes, all that shit. I don't like Korn. It's annoying, and Jonathan Davis's voice is not my thing. I don't mind the Skrillex Jonathan Davis things, and a little bit of the Infected Mushroom Jonathan Davis things. And your mic stand, Jonathan Davis, H.R. Giger, that's fucking awesome. But, I don't know, I don't like the whiny, I'm so troubled youth type shit. I don't like it. But yeah, this time I went and everyone like shook Dev's hand as we were going into the room, and then the other dudes were sitting in the room. The guitarist was there this time, and the drummer. I shook Dev's hand. We went in. I think I asked Dev if he remembered us, but I don't know if he heard me, so we just kind of like went past that, whatever. We got in there, and I fucking opened with the big one. Here we go, guys. I got the big info for you. I was like, alright, guys, here we go. Got the weird question for you. Dev. When you guys released Return to the Sauce, you put out, like, blog videos. And I remember watching these blog videos. You did one for Milosh, and you guys were talking about it, and you turned to Erez and you said, should we tell them about the Milosh? And Erez said, don't tell them about the Milosh. So, I gotta know what the fuck is about the Milosh. What is that? And they laughed a little bit. And they're like, oh, I think we were just fucking with you. I don't know if there's anything actually to do with the Milosh. But then they hashed it out amongst each other. They figured it out. It was a guy, a music producer type friend, that was living with Erez for an extended period of time. Jonathan Milosh. So that's where it comes from. It's the dude's last name. I think he influenced the track a little bit. I asked that. Richard got inspired by my question. I saw that, Richard. You got inspired. He asked him about Calf Calf. I very much enjoyed that. Dev said, it's one slipper. And we're like, what? One slipper? He's like, yes. Very specific. One slipper. We're like, well, what do you mean? There's going to be more to it. One slipper. And, he was like, well, you know, back in and Erez chimed in as well. They both filled us in. They meant back in like Israel when they were kids, you know, when you did something like really bad, you pissed your mom off. She'd come in to the room and take off one slipper and just fucking ninja accuracy that shit, dead eye, fucking to the back of your head or whatever the fuck. And when she's walking around angry with one slipper, that's kef kef. But it's very specific. I forget. I think it was like both slippers are kef kefir or something. They might have been fucking with us again. I think I've looked that up before, so I don't know. That was fun. They told us some insider information here. I mean, my channel's pretty small, so I'm probably not breaking any rules. But if you're an Infected Mushroom fan, you better pay attention. They told us next year there's a new album coming out. They played one of the new songs from it. It was pretty cool. I forget what it was called. Lots of jungle chanting. There's a new album coming out. It's going to have vinyls. It's going to have a white limited vinyl. And they're also, guys, Dovdev himself told me they're re-releasing. I asked him. That was one of my other questions. I asked him, and it came from him. I said, "All right, I love your," because he mentioned the new. Oh, sorry, I'm sick. He mentioned how the new album was going to come out on white vinyl because the new guy, or the Nathan guy that was with us, he got the vinyl in his VIP package. My VIP package this time didn't have the white vinyl. I didn't want to take another one. I don't need two. I don't need that. So, white vinyls. He was saying, and I said, Dovdev, I love your white vinyls and stuff, but do you have any plans to bring out your previously released albums on colored vinyl? Because I fucking love colored vinyls. And he was like, yes, actually. Converting Vegetarians is coming out on blue vinyl. 1,000 limited run. It's very hard, he said, to get vinyls working these days because there's so many people lined up in the queues of the vinyl manufacturing plants. But they're going to try and they're going to do that. And I told them, both of them, to their faces, it's fucking mine, dude. I'm going to have that. They asked if we wanted anything signed. Here's the hard copy ticket. They asked if we wanted anything signed, so we gave us posters. Jordan got her poster signed by everyone in the band. And I think Dovdev was going to kind of like reach for my poster to be like, alright, so you want me to sign your poster as well? Well. And Richard actually, in his VIP package, he got, oh, Jesus, I'm dropping shit everywhere. He got the same. Last time I got Return to the Sauce. This time we got Friends on Mushrooms. So Richard pulled out his Friends on Mushrooms. It was still in the shrink wrap, and he almost got Erez to sign the shrink wrap. And Erez was like, "You sure you want me to sign the shrink wrap? Like, you can take that off, and I'll sign it." Oh. He was like, "Yeah, okay." So he took off the shrink wrap. I came prepared. I brought Converting Vegetarians 2. And Dovdev told me that he doesn't even have this himself. And, you can see it there. I got mine signed by the whole band as well. Very snazzy. I asked him about the artwork for Converting Vegetarians, because I've always really loved that with it, both of them. Converting Vegetarians 1, for those of you familiar, it's a very simple, well, for those of you familiar, I don't need to tell you, but for those of you unfamiliar, it's a simple blue background with a bloody fish hook with a brain on it. It's just very simple, and it's awesome. That's what Infected Mushrooms music is. It's like a fucking hook your brain in. You don't even know what's going on. You're just like, I don't like what that sounds like. So for Converting Vegetarians 2, it's like this fucking ultra evil badass. It's like a zoom in and a different brain with mushrooms coming out of the brain, but like a fucking zoomed in, jagged, rusty fish hook. With like, I don't know if you can make it out as well in the background there, but it's got like, it's all reversed in my video here. It's got like matrix fucking cables coming out of the fucking background there. So I asked him, I was like, who the fuck came up with that shit? I don't think he quite answered, like, who came up with the original brain hook idea, but this one was done by a Russian artist. They always try to find new artists. They want to find new shit. They don't want to be stuck to the same thing. I admire that, but I also like having consistent logos and shit, so I'm a little conflicted. If and when I get my own music project going, I haven't had some dilemmas going on for myself. I think that's about it. Oh, with In Flames, part of my VIP ticket, I'm cutting back a little bit, so this only works if you watch both of my videos. I should have been able to drink with In Flames. That was part of my VIP ticket, and I did not get to. That never happened. With Infected Mushroom, the guitarist busted out the fucking whiskey and poured, like, everyone shots. Richard had previously offered me some alcohol, and I was like, nah, dude, I don't drink. I got that out of my system when I was, like, fucking 14. And he's like, oh, okay. And he couldn't actually get a drink anyway because they closed the bar. But when we went up there, they poured us drinks, and I don't drink, but I can't. The guitarist is handing me a fucking solo cup of whiskey. I can't say no. So I was a full retard, though. Jourdain, like, sloshed it and tried to, like, do it in one shot, and it, like, splashed on her neck. And I didn't see it. She told me afterwards, and she was like, I hope no one saw that. I didn't see it. You're probably good. I did not. That was probably the smarter move. I sipped on the whiskey, and I don't drink alcohol. It's been a while since I've had whiskey in my mouth. This shit sucks. Disgusting. Well, what the fuck? I'm glad that I had the experience. I got to drink with them, but I don't know why people do that shit. I'll stick to my dabs, bro. And that was it. Oh, a couple times, nothing like this happened during In Flames. One of my sister's friends took a picture of me from behind at In Flames. That was kind of interesting. But at Infected Mushroom, I had people on drugs coming up to me and just like, there was one guy that grabbed my face and pulled me into him, and I thought he was going to kiss me. Jourdain thought he was going to kiss me. And he was just looking at my eyes, and then at the end of the show, some other dude looked at my eyes, and he was just fucking staring. Come on, guys, it's not that crazy. You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'll eat your soul later. I think that's about it. I don't know if I have anything else to tell you about Infected Mushroom. Oh, I still don't know if I'm I'm tech savvy. I don't know if I'm tech savvy enough to figure out this video editing nonsense. So if I am, then boom, there's another picture for you. I showed you the January one. That's the current one. That's the one that happened a week ago. My gusto is leaving me. I gained some gusto while talking about the bands I love, and now the sickness is taking hold again. I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else to tell you. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Oh, I got another video coming up. This one will be quick. Unboxing. Check it out if you like that shit. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Another nearly 20-minute video. Infected Mushroom. And next time I've got another meet and greet coming up in December, so another fucking weird chronological order nonsense fucking jumble stories for you. It'll come. Next video coming up. Stay tuned if you like unboxing.